All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're talking about the New England Patriots and why this team is ready to get back into the playoffs. And it all starts with the departure of Matt Patricia and the hiring of Bill O'Brien. This looks like a happy team. They look like they are having fun. It's a better vibe, it's a better aura, and it's a much better energy than it was last season. And we talked about it all summer. The simple addition of hiring an offensive coordinator, somebody who's qualified to run an offense, unlike maybe one would say, I don't know, a defensive coordinator, it's going to go a very long way to unlocking Mac Jones. But every article I read, every video I watch, they're talking about the New England Patriots, and they're saying that they just don't have any zip, they don't have any pop. There's too many question marks at the offensive line position for this team to make a deep run. And I want to talk about 4 players in tonight's video that are going to make the offensive line's job and Mac Jones's job a heck of a lot easier. And that is Hunter Henry, Mike Gesicki, Ezekiel Elliott, and Ramondre Stevenson. But before we get into tonight's video, if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Pats fans, I love you guys. You guys always bless these videos. If you could try and get this video to 500 likes, that would mean the world to me. So I do want to say real quick, the fact that the New England Patriots went 8-9 last season with Matt Patricia as your offensive coordinator, it's actually kind of impressive. Like, it's actually a little impressive. Mac Jones on a horrible season, only played 14 games. Bailey Zappi coming in. You had some quarterback competition. You got Mac Jones seeking outside help for what's going on here. Offensively, with all the dysfunction that was going on with Matt Patricia, the fact that the Patriots had the 17th ranked offense, it's really impressive. There's clear talent on this roster. But as we mentioned at the beginning of this video, there's a lot of question marks and concerns with the offensive line. My question marks and my concerns with the offensive line come in at the right tackle position. Riley Reiff, he can't stay healthy. There's inconsistencies. So that's where we bring in Hunter Henry and Mike Gesicki. What the offense is going to be able to do, and it's going to help the run game. It's going to help pass protection. It's going to help your passing game. It's just going to unlock your offense. And it's just the simple 2 tight end set. You can line them up on the same side. You can line them up on opposite sides. It's going to add pass protection. And we don't want to forget that these are 2 extremely capable receivers. So one of the big knocks with the Patriots outside of the offensive line is it's like, who's Mac Jones throwing it to? And Patriots fans, you guys know this. You look at guys like Kendrick Bourne, who's been as reliable as they come in the 2 years he's been with the Patriots. Juju Smith-Schuster, if you watched the Chiefs last season, he was perfectly fine. He was perfectly fine. Devontae Parker, great OG veteran to have who's not even that old. I am, the Tyquan Thornton, the 2nd round pick from 2022, I am bigger on him than a lot of other people are. The injury, the trip to the IR definitely is a huge setback. So the verdict's still out. The jury's still out with Tyquan Thornton. But don't forget about Demario Douglas and Kayshon Boutte, who had phenomenal camps and phenomenal preseasons. But a lot of people forget about their tight ends. Hunter Henry is like, I feel like I say this a lot, but it's true. The Patriots, I view 2 of their players, Hunter Henry and Ramondre Stevenson, as unbelievably underrated. Like Hunter Henry, the last time Hunter Henry had a season under 500 receiving yards, the San Diego Chargers existed. He was on the San Diego Chargers in his rookie season in 2016, and he had 478 yards with 36 catches and 8 touchdowns. Hunter Henry is super sneaky. He's had over 500 receiving yards every single season. All 5 seasons that he's played, over 500 receiving yards. This past year, we mentioned the dysfunctionality with the Patriots offense. He still caught 41 balls for over 500 yards. But I want to go back to Mac Jones's rookie season where we saw Hunter Henry. He had a great season. Super underappreciated across the league. 50 catches, 603 yards, and here's the big number. 9 freaking tutties, baby. 9 touchdowns for Hunter Henry that season. So then we go into new addition Mike Gesicki. Now, Mike Gesicki played every game. One thing about Mike Gesicki, he has only missed 1 game in his 5-year career per season. Like, he hasn't missed more than 1 game in the 5 years he's been in the league in a single season. So he played every game for the Dolphins this past year. However, he only started in 1 of them. It was an extremely down year for Mike Gesicki that has I think people, his trend is just going down. He only caught 32 balls for 362 yards. So he was trending downhill. So he's becoming kind of a sleeper. He's 28 years old. Like he's in his prime, entering his prime. The year before that, with Miami, 73 catches, 780 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So not only are you getting two capable blockers, but you're going to be able to throw them both out there. They can catch, they can block, they can do a little bit of everything. So then that brings us to the running back room, which is, in my opinion, loaded. I really love their running back room. We'll talk about Zeke in a second. Ramondre Stevenson's only been in the league for 2 seasons. And like I said with Hunter Henry, I feel like I say this a lot when talking about the Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson is one of the more underrated young running backs I could think of off the top of my head. 210 attempts, over 1,000 yards rushing last season. He averaged 5 yards per carry. 5 yards per carry. All right. Well, it doesn't end just there. He had 69 catches. Enter something funny. 421 yards. Wow, he was super close. I'm 24, by the way. He had 421 receiving yards. Got a little carried away there. But I guarantee you, if you ask anybody who isn't a Patriots fan, just take a stab at how many yards from scrimmage did Ramondre Stevenson have last season. I actually don't think most people would say over 1,000. Well, the answer is about 1,500. Ramondre Stevenson had about 1,500 total yards from scrimmage in his second NFL season, his first year as the starter. So Ramondre Stevenson could be a potential star on this Patriots offense that a lot of people, like non-Patriots fans, the NFL media, likes to kind of just shrug that off. And then we go to Zeke. Zeke's 28 years old. If you just like watch somebody talk about Ezekiel Elliott like on TV, you'd think he's like 37. Zeke had 876 rushing yards last season and 12 touchdowns. Not only can he run, but he can catch. Now, this was a weird year. He only caught 17 balls for 92 yards. The year before it, 300 yards. The year before that, 300 yards. The year before that, 400 yards. The year before that, 567 yards. Like, Zeke can run, he can block, and he can catch. It's a triple threat. So, no, I'm not worried. And by the way, I do want to say with the offensive line, what's the position group in the National Football League that takes the longest to figure out? What position group takes the longest to click? Well, glad you asked. It's the offensive line. So I think by the second half of the season, the offensive line will be perfectly fine. And I think by the start of the season, the offensive line will be perfectly fine because of Hunter Henry, Mike Gesicki, Ezekiel Elliott, Ramondre Stevenson. Some of these guys are multi-dimensional that a lot of people seem to I don't even know if it's forget. I don't think they like to bring it up. So that's it for tonight. Just a little propaganda for my Patriots fans. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button. But guys, let me know what you're thinking about those 4 players: Hunter Henry, Mike Gesicki, Ezekiel Elliott, and Ramondre Stevenson. What impact do you guys see them having on this Patriots team? But in general, what are your thoughts on New England heading in? We're a little over a week away from the start of their regular season. How are you feeling? Give me a confidence grade 1 through 10, 10 being very confident, 1 being, oh, we're effed. Let me know in the comment section. But thank you guys so much for watching. As always, have a great night, and I will see you next